Cheers, my thrifting friends. Okay, I am heading into a little thrift store called Sushi's Thrift in Westfield, Mass. And it's a family-owned little thrift store. Haven't been here in a million years, but I'm hoping to find something soft and spring and collectible. The last time I was here, I found almost my entire collection of butter pats. They just had them randomly on a shelf and it was amazing. So let's head on in and let's find all the beautiful treasures. I had no idea at the time, but the very first thing that I found was going to end up being on our dinner table this weekend. These beautiful Wood & Sons plates, all made in England, $5 for the stack. That is insane. These are so beautiful. Love it. All right, this mug was so charming. It's my home state of Massachusetts, $1.50. Perfect find. I love it. Thought this mug might come home with me. I ended up not getting it. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe the colors. I did end up leaving that behind. And these beautiful, beautiful plates. These were so pretty. They were $7 for the stack, made in Germany. They would have looked so pretty with some cake on them. I almost got these. I guess I left them behind because there was only 4, but they would have made a nice display in my store as well. They were so pretty. It was hard to leave these behind, I have to admit. They also have a downstairs. Lots of different things down here, but I instantly spotted this set of canisters. I love canisters. And yeah, these were really inexpensive. $1.50 for that one, $3 for that one. I think you would have ended up paying under $5 for all these. And look, I found them online for $100. Now they are missing the smallest one. But still, I mean, you could have resold these for a very good profit. All right, you guys, funny enough, these 2 yellow bottles, they were $2 each. I literally saw them, the same 2 bottles, this past weekend at the flea market next to me. So the resellers are out there fast and furious. Somebody else grabbed these and they have them for sale for $10 each in their booth at Kevin's flea market next to me. I'm sure they came from here. They look exactly the same. What's the chances that 2 yellow bottles would be, you know, locally to me? I thought this was beautiful. I would have picked it up. It was a great price. Definitely heavy lead crystal. You could have cleaned that out with some Windex or vinegar, but it's missing its stopper. I'm pretty sure this is a decanter and it's missing its stopper. I love little pottery planters, especially when they're so cheap. Look at that, $1. This is the one I would take, $1. Perfect. This will sell right away and be really pretty in a display. This pottery vase was also amazing for the price, $2. This is so inexpensive. What a beautiful pottery vase. I thought this was really pretty. All right, this lamp, I really wanted this. And given the price point of everything else in the store, it was kind of shocking that they had a $30 price tag on this. I found a pair online for $68, so there's really no room for me in there for resale. And I didn't really need it for myself, but I would have definitely, if this had been $10 or less, I would have grabbed it for resale in my store, but I left it a little too high priced. All right, lots more pottery and fun things. I love looking through all these little bits and bobs. $5 for a big Yankee candle. That's a great price, and that's a very popular scent, the Desert Rose. And I'm always on the hunt for spring florals. These were really pretty. And yeah, $1 a piece. That's a great deal for those. They make an excellent display. But what I really loved was this beautiful ironstone. Now, I did pay attention to the back stamp. These were made in China, so they're not old. These are reproductions, even though they look pretty old. So I'm going to be careful. I am still going to get some pieces, but they're going to be these smaller ones. Look at that, $2. These, I think, are very popular for farmhouse decor decorating. People love to use these pieces in their hutches. in their cabinets, in fun little vignettes and bookshelves. So I'm going to grab the little pieces, but I'm going to leave the big ones. All right, this would have been a really cool piece to pick up. But again, their pricing was a little inconsistent given how cheap everything else was. I was hoping to see $5 on this, and it said $13. So yeah, I can't make any money on that. So we left that. But yeah, it was very inconsistent. So you really got to be looking. Don't just grab when you're in the store. Definitely check each price because it could be amazingly cheap or it could be overpriced. You never know. So this spring floral wreath at $8. I thought that was a very fair price. That's about what I charge in my store. Maybe a little more, maybe like 12. So I did leave that, but I thought that that was a great price for the spring floral. This was a reproduction lamp. That red paint was definitely flashing off of it. It was just a flash. These were really pretty. I love spring. I love spring wreaths. I thought they were gorgeous. All right, I'm back in their figurines, seeing if I can find anything. You never know. There might be a Yadro hiding in here. Okay, I thought this was a biscuit jar at first. Sometimes I get fooled by these lampshades when they're just sitting upright like this. I thought that top was actually a cover on a biscuit jar. Now that would have been a major score, but that's not a biscuit jar. This, I wasn't sure what it was. It was like a bunch of pieces. I think it was $2 for all 3 pieces, but I couldn't tell what it really was. I don't know if it was like an incense type thing. I don't know. They have a bunch of fabrics. So they have scrap fabrics. They have like little blankets. They have lots of quilts, lots of throw blankets. A lot of them are bagged as well, which is great. So they had really good prices on their linens. I thought that this was a great place to pick up linens, both just useful for your home or if you're a reseller. $6.50 for that beautiful crocheted Afghan was a great price. This was gorgeous. This waffle weave bedspread. Oh, this was a really, really pretty. I love that. I didn't find a price on it. I did end up leaving it, but I thought it was pretty. Okay, I love these vintage vanity pieces. Only $1, and that looks like Bakelite to me. That was so pretty. I love that mirror. I thought it was so charming. And look at this black vase. Very me. I love black glass. A lot of you guys have sent me pieces of black glass. I can't tell you how grateful I am again and again. I look at them all the time. Okay, what is this? What is this? Comment below. I couldn't find it online either. This is the mystery piece of this episode. I have no idea what this is. These cars were all metal. I think if you were a dealer of these types of, I don't know if they call them like minis or reproduction cars, but they had a whole collection of them. I thought they were pretty reasonably priced. They were all metal. They looked pretty collectible to me. I thought they were really cool. Room. All right, I'm back in the dishware. I don't know, something just told me, let's go back and look. I love this restaurant ware. This is really nice. They had it all as a stack. Really nice. And then this Currier and Ives is so nostalgic for me. My mom has a huge set of it. This I do collect. I do love it. I think it's at Memory Lane. I have a lot of pieces of it, so I'm being very selective about what I do grab, but this was priced by the stack. I believe it was $15 for all these pieces, but I have virtually the same things at home. I would only be tempted by a very big platter, so I did leave all that, but it was a beautiful set of Memory Lane. Okay, this painting was really pretty, but the frame had some damage issues. All right, that was awesome, you guys. I love this place. This is like one of those little hidden gems that there was nobody else in there. I'm shopping away and I got beautiful, beautiful things. Some things I'm not sure of, but some things I left behind, some things I got anyway, and a couple of them are true treasures and gems, and I cannot wait to get home and show you what I got. Back from my shopping trip from Sushi Thrift. I had a lot of fun. It's definitely a place I'm going to visit more often. It's got a great price point, a lot of variety, hit or miss, but I definitely hit it on the day that I went. And I grabbed this really big running horse. Oh my God, I love this. I wish I had a spot for it. I can picture this on somebody's colonial style fireplace mantle. As you know, this is the year of the fire horse for me, and every time I'm just so drawn to horses this year. I just feel like all my dreams are going to come true this year. It's my year, and this horse is just a big symbol of it, but I don't have space for it. I'm bringing it to the store. I did just pay $5 for it. What a great price point for such a huge folk primitive piece that I know is going to sell right away. Next, I found this sweet enamel pitcher with hand-painted fruit on it, very farmhouse. I can just picture this on somebody's beautiful farm table with big old-fashioned roses and flowers in it. Got this for $4. I think that's a great price point for this beautiful vintage enamel pitcher. I didn't find too much art on this trip, but I'm sure if I go back again, they'll have some more pieces for me. All I found were these matching prints of these beautiful angels. You guys know I love angels and cheruby things. They look very heritage to me, very traditional. I just thought these prints had a really great traditional, charming flair to them. I paid $4 for the pair. And again, with the farmhouse style, I did find this ironstone piece. Now, this was only $2, and it is a great deal for what it is, but I will say that it is made in China. Here's the back stamp. So I didn't buy it for value. I bought it for the style, the look of a beautiful farmhouse look. I can just picture this in somebody's, curio, like what's behind me, or hutch display with that beautiful washed out ironstone and brown transferware design. I think it's perfect for that. And then I also grabbed this really sweet planter. I could not leave this behind, especially for just $1. And this is so pretty. Can't you just picture this with a trailing ivy plant coming out of it? I mean, I love having these for springtime, very seasonal. I'm sure this is going to sell right away. All right, so this I had to grab. It's a quintessential Massachusetts, maybe even New England, but that is the Massachusetts state. It is a handmade pottery mug, but what made it even cuter was it had a shark on it, and then it had a jellyfish, and another, what would this be? Like maybe, not a stingray, I forget what these are called. Comment below if you recognize what kind of fish this is. But it just made it so charming and whimsical. Can't you just picture this being in one of your small cottage rentals on the shore? You go on vacation and then you go to have your cup of coffee, and this is the type of mug that they have in your Airbnb or something. I know I'm totally fantasizing, but this is the kind of mug that would make me smile if I opened up the cupboard of my Airbnb at the Cape and found this mug and got to make my morning coffee by the sea. All right, this next piece I absolutely had to have for myself. I love collecting hand figurines and those old-fashioned glamour head ones. I have maybe 3 glamour heads that you can't find them anywhere anymore. Thank goodness I picked those up when I was really young and I held on to them all these years. But I do have a lot of hands, and they're all in my store, actually. I have not kept any of my personal collection of porcelain hands at home because I use them as displays in my store. But I might keep this one at home. I think I'm going to put this on my vanity in my bathroom to put rings on at night, maybe even hold my watch every night. Wouldn't this be a charming, whimsical way to put my jewelry yeah, put my jewelry down for the night. I think this would be cute. And I think after all these years of running my store, I'm going to finally keep one of these beautiful little hands for myself. I paid $3 for it. All right, I'm definitely still picking up crystal organizer pieces. I paid $3 for this one. They are hot right now. I sold all of mine. I sold probably 7 pieces in the last 2 weeks. I don't have one left. So this is a serious trend. If you are a reseller, I would definitely be looking for no bigger than this sized, nice lead crystal pieces, not the cheap pressed ones, but nice etched ones, nice lead crystal pieces. It's definitely a hot trend, and someone's going to grab this and use it to organize their desktop, their vanity, sometimes even inside cupboards. Yeah, people are just opting for these really pretty crystal pieces to organize their spaces instead of using plastic bins, and I think that's a great idea. All right, now for the dishes. Oh, the dishes. You guys, the addiction is real. If I see beautiful dishes, I'm going to buy them and we're going to use them. And that's just the way it is. I absolutely love beautiful dishes, and my addiction are pieces that are made in England. So I instantly saw this and had to grab it. I could not believe the price point. It was 10 pieces, 8 plates, and 2 cups for $5. Look at that. $5. Okay, so these are actually not cheap at all online. These are Wood & Sons, made in England. And whatever I find online, I'll put right here. But I definitely found these online. And I think from memory, when I was in the store, they were like between $15 to $25 per dish. And I got this whole stack of 8 plates for $5. And then I got 2 little cups to go with it. I am keeping the cups too. I mean, these are sweet little teacups that John and I can enjoy. I'll be on the hunt for the dessert dishes because I'm going to use this as my everyday set. Right now I'm using some Blue Willow as my everyday set. And I'm also using like a really small plate. It's just this commemorative Williamsburg plates, something like that. They're not worth that much, but they're a lot smaller. So sometimes they're hard to use in an everyday way because they're not a dessert plate, but they're not a full dinner plate. They're in between. So I've been wanting to sell those anyway. So perfect. All right, we are going to go in the kitchen, and John is going to come up with a fabulous meal that we can christen these dishes with, and I'm so excited. Okay, and then the last set of dishes I found is like a huge find for me, a big emotional, joyful find for me. I found 13 pieces of Blue Willow for $15, and they had 2 of these gold rim, like I'd say little berry plates, like dessert plates, berry plates, and this back stamp is different from the rest of them. So that's the back stamp. And I'll put here whatever I find for these 2 dishes, but they are Blue Willow. You know, as you know, Blue Willow was made by a lot of different manufacturers. So it included these 2. It then included these 2 saucers, which also has a different back stamp. I love the color on these. These are definitely older ones, I think, and more saturated. Here's the back stamp. So whatever I find for these, I'll put right here. But again, we're looking at 15 for all. So like it was about $1.10 for each piece of Blue Willow like this. Gorgeous. And then let me show you the dishes. And then I got a total of 9 dinner dishes that look just like this. Oh, the smile on my face I can't wipe off because of how much I love Blue Willow. I just love it. And to see them all just sitting there, I couldn't believe my luck. This is the back stamp on these, and I'll put right here whatever I find online. These are definitely made in England. Oh, my heart be still. I know so many of you love Blue Willow. I mean, give me a thumbs up if you love Blue Willow. give this video a thumbs up and thank the Thrifting Angels so much for guiding me to these. I just love them. I don't know what it is about Blue Willow and about blue and white dinnerware that just makes me feel so good, you know, just to have them, to look at them. And you best believe I use these every single day. These are part of my life. They are literally my everyday dishes. I have a set right now. I think actually it might even be the same back stamp of the ones I use every day right now. And I think I have 4. So I have 4, and I'm going to add this big stack to it. And now I'm going to have 2 lovely sets of everyday dishes. I'm going to be using these, and I'm going to be using these. So every day I'm going to have, for meals that we need a slightly bigger dish, I'm going to use these, and meals that we just need a regular dish, I'm going to use these, and I'm going to feel wonderful, special, just using these every single day. I think they're gorgeous. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. I know you guys love cooking with John. As you guys saw, that I picked up these beautiful dishes. These were 10 pieces. It was 2 cups, 8 plates for $5. They're made in England. So what are we going to christen these with?
So because we're made in England, we're going to stay in the UK for our recipes.
Okay.
We're bringing one of our favorites back into the channel, the humble chicken.
Yep.
But this time it's going to be a proper whole roast chicken.
Okay.
And we're staying in the UK, like I said, because we're making Clodagh McKenna's roasted chicken. It's a roasted chicken, and what appeals to me about it is my favorite way to roast a chicken, because the way I was brought up, is you make a meat stuffing for the bird.
Meat stuffing. I love meat stuffing.
For Thanksgiving you do, but whenever you make a chicken, you always just put in fruit.
I do. You're right. When I make whole chickens, I do put in apples and oranges. Yep.
So this is a nice middle ground.
Okay.
Being an Irish recipe like it is, it's stuffed with potato.
Potatoes.
So you're getting your side dish in your chicken.
Oh, boy.
Good to go.
Can you imagine how good those potatoes are going to taste with the drippings of the chicken getting into it for hours? It's going to be so good. All right. So once again, I have never eaten a chicken stuffed with potatoes.
No.
Have you?
No.
All right. So we're both going to be a new experience for us. I love cooking stuff that, you know, we've never tried before. Okay. Well, I will be curious to see how this comes together and what it looks like.
Would you like to know the changes I'm making to the recipe?
What changes are you making to the recipe?
So that if anybody looks it up, you'll say, oh, that's right, he did change that. She made hers on baby turnips.
Okay.
Put the baby turnips in a pan and set the chicken on it. Someone does not like turnips. So we're going to go with baby beets.
I love beets.
And the great thing about beets is if you buy them fresh in a bunch.
Oh, wow. Yep.
From the neck up, they're Swiss chard.
Yeah. Yeah, beet greens.
Yep.
A lot of people eat beet greens all the time.
It's literally Swiss chard.
And these are really healthy for you.
Sold as a whole separate vegetable. So
yep.
You buy the bunch. I'm going to put the beets as a roasting pan for the chicken.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a side of greens to go with the chicken.
I love that. I think we said we might make some carrots, some ginger carrots.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, we're going to make some ginger carrots with, what are you going to put with the carrots though? You mentioned something else to me. Carrots with...
No, we just do carrots.
Just ginger carrots,
with ginger and some fresh tarragon.
Fresh tarragon, that's what it was.
Because that's used in her recipe.
So we're going to have beets, we're going to have the potatoes inside the chicken, and then we're going to have some carrots. It's going to be a lovely dinner.
Yep.
Very British. It's cold and rainy outside today. It's perfect. I'm feeling UK vibes all over.
I'm also using less butter. I'm sorry, Clodagh. But we know what cholesterol is over here.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm going to make a proper gravy because it's a roasted chicken.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I know I know you guys made a lot of comments on his gravy last time that we cooked, and you're right, it was amazing and it looked amazing too. All right, we're going to get started on this, and it's a meal prep day for us as well. So everything we're doing today, we're going to have for at least one more meal. We're going to try to make 2 more meals out of it. So we're going to meal prep this beautiful, fancy dinner. Let's get going. All right, so we're going to use this really cool vintage cast iron pan for roasting it. You guys probably recognize this pattern. I think it's I want to say DRU Drew, something like that. It's a very vintage, made in Denmark pan. I've seen these on eBay. They came in like a blue and they came in a yellow. And I have had this one for at least 10 years and I use it. Like I'm not saving it for anything. I know it's vintage, but this is like a real workhorse pan for us. And I love it. It's this really cute vintage cast iron baking pan.
all I can tell. Some real high quality wood.
going to try to put a little bit of the butter under the skin. For some extra flavor. Now we have some potato left over. We're just going to use that as a side dish. Like I told you, we're prepping for the week here, or at least for a couple of days. So leftovers is amazing. I am chopping the carrots. So we're going to put the carrots and then the greens we're going to do next while this is cooking. How long does this have to cook for?
An hour.
Well, that's quick. That's not too bad. 1 hour. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Yeah, that's going to taste good.
And this is less butter than was called out.
Yeah, you had mentioned at the beginning that she wanted you to put in like mega butter.
Butter everything. Butter all the time.
Yeah, well, butter's amazing. I mean,
it is amazing. It works.
It works, but we're going to try to not have too much.
Yeah.
That looks good. All right, I'll let you finish that up, and then we're going to get that in the oven.
And the recipe called for no liquid in the pan, but I added a 50-50 mix of white wine and water just to make sure I have something in there for the gravy later on.
Yep, we're going to make a gravy.
Hopefully.
Bye, chicken. We'll see you in an hour.
Now these are a great thing to find at thrifting.
What, these salad things?
The old Good Seasons salad cruet.
Yep.
I use this all the time and never to make that dressing. Because it gives you the vinegar, the water, and the oil proportions.
Yeah, vinegar, see the V and the W, and then the O. Where's the O? There it is. Yep, I see it.
And the vinegar just means that's your acid portion.
Right, could be anything. Like in this case, you're using lemon juice.
Yep, lemon juice in there. Sometimes I'll use all lemon juice or all orange juice, but...
By the way, that lemon juice is from a cake that we made earlier, but that's going to be in a video after this one, so subscribe if you want to see how that beautiful olive oil lemon cake came out. But for now, we're still making our chicken. All right, where are we at?
So the greens are ready.
Okay.
The chicken's done.
Good.
So we've just turned the oven down.
Okay.
We're just going to make a real easy side dish with these carrots to go with it.
All right.
There's not a lot to see, so I figure we'll just explain it more than show it.
All right, let me come around here then. There we
You're going to take the carrots.
Yep.
And you're going to take
Wow, those are such a beautiful
just a
color.
little over a cup of water. And we're going to get that going. Let's put this enormous oversized lid on it. And we're really just going to cook that down so that the water basically evaporates out.
Okay.
And then when it's just about out of water, we'll add tarragon, grated fresh ginger, and a little bit of honey.
Honey, okay.
And just toss it up and cook it for an extra couple of minutes
That sounds awesome.
on with a little olive oil, and then that'll be it.
Perfect, I'm starving. Oh, wow.
I'll try it.
So just mind you, that's the beets, you guys. That's not blood or anything. I know people would think it's not. We cooked it with beets. So
You got a whole bowl of them.
yeah, they're right here. So it's going to look funny. Like if you'd be like, oh my God, look at all that blood. That's actually just the beets that it was cooking on. Oh my goodness. You can see all that butter that you put in. Like if you flip that piece around, you can see all the, yeah, look at that, you guys. Yes.
All the fresh tarragon and the
Yeah,
butter.
that's what. I love the long tails on them. They just look so elegant. I'm not gonna lie, this looks amazing on these plates too. So these are the greens from the beets.
Sufficiently cooked down.
Yep. And again, what did we season these with? Garlic, right? And yeah, garlic. No? What did you start the pan with?
Onions and pepperoni.
Oh, okay, onions and pepperoni. I knew there was something different. It was the pepperoni. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
And then we made that nice citrus vinaigrette
Yes.
to cook them in.
Yes, that's right. The thrifting the salad containers. And then, so these carrots we just flavored with ginger and tarragon, and I think a little olive oil.
And honey.
Oh, and honey. That's right, the raw honey. Oh my goodness. Yes. What restaurant are you going to find this in? You're not. Make it for yourself. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, I admit I should have used a smaller spoon.
No, that's okay. But look at it. Wow, that potato. I'll take more stuffing on mine. That looks amazing. Oh my God, that's going to be so good. I can only imagine how good this is going to be. Wow. What a great way to christen these dishes.
But it's just a little splash of color.
There, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so we got the gravy on everything. Yeah, I was going to say, a restaurant would have a fancy name for this gravy. They'd have it be called, like, beet... I don't know. What's the French name for sauce? And then we're going to... Yeah, I know. We're going to have a nice...
bread and butter Chardonnay.
To go with it.
I don't know, whenever I have, like, a roasted chicken dish, I think of a nice Chardonnay.
Yep. You guys have seen our thrifted glasses many times. This beautiful etched glass piece. Oh, this looks amazing. Well, thank you, babe, for preparing this. It was a lot of work, but it's very worth it. We won't have to cook for a few days now. We can enjoy a beautiful dinner today. Happy Sunday dinners to all you guys. See you soon.
I know.
Bye-bye.